Hi guys, hope you're well. So as you saw from the thumbnail, in today's video I have the baby version from the GS family, the most anticipated, the F450GS. So if you are interested in this video, please stick around. As you saw from the intro of this video, I have with me the brand new F450GS, which comes in this beautiful trophy color, which has the blue, some red stickers, white, some silver touches. So let me give you some boring stuff data from the spreadsheet, and so you'll know what we're talking about. So let me start with the engine. The engine is 420cc parallel twin engine, and it delivers 48 horsepower at 8,750 RPM. And it delivers as well 43 Newton meters of torque at 6,750 RPM. BMW did a really good job entering in the small to mid-weight venture bikes with this bike. The weight of this bike, it's 178 kilograms. That is with fuel as well. Mentioning fuel, this is the tank. It takes around 14 liters and it delivers 390 kilometers of autonomy. Let's go with the suspension. At the rear is the KYB monoshock, and at the front we have the 43 millimeters Kayaba upside down fork. Let me talk about brakes. The brakes at the front, we have the 310 millimeter disc, and at the rear we have the single 240 millimeter disc at the rear. So let's have a quick look around this BMW F450GS. We come in the front here. You're greeted with the fully LED headlight over here. It's very similar like the 1300GS. You have fully LED signals over here. This beak over the main mudguard, I quite like it. It makes quite a nice effect. Let's go around here, around the handlebars. You have the plastic handguard. We go over here, you're greeted with the 6.5-inch TFT display. BMW didn't hold back. It used the same TFT display like its bigger brother, the 1300GS and the RT and the RS and all of those models. One has to mention that it's not with the keyless, okay, which is, we have the normal key over here, which some people might prefer. Down here as well, there's also a USB-C port, which you can charge your devices, which is handy, covered underneath the TFT display. We go on the handlebars, typical BMW with the swivel that you can control the settings over here. You have the heated grips. Definitely we don't need the heated grips being 30 degrees in Malta at the moment. The four-way flashes, okay, signals, and the horn over here. You have the connectivity, Bluetooth connectivity with the 6.5-inch TFT display. You go on the right here, you have the mode where the magic happens, which you don't have to go through the settings all the time. Just press a button, road, Enduro, and Enduro Pro. This being the trophy version, you have the version of the Enduro Pro as well. We come down over here, you have the skid plate as well. I would make it 4 millimeters because this is quite thin. You have the rally packs, which comes with this version, the trophy version. Over here they have the foot packs for the pillion, which there is no handrails that the pillion can hold to. We come at the back here, typical BMW like the F900GS. Let me switch on the signals over here. The LED integrated, you have the brake light and the LED signals over here. You come to the right here, quite a nice can. This one is not with the Akrapovic. The Akrapovic is an accessory option. You come over here, which BMW just introduced, the easy right clutch. Then I tell you later in practice about it, all about it. But in my opinion, the finishings, it's really high quality. The weld, it's quite neat. In my opinion, BMW aesthetically did a really good job. So in terms of seat height, this BMW 450GS, it comes at around 845 millimeters from the ground. So I am 159 centimeters and I can touch the ground at the end of my foot. So this BMW has other two seating options, which comes for the taller people. It comes the high seat option 865mm. For the shorter riders like me, you can opt for the low seat option, which is 835mm, which definitely I would recommend for shorter riders like me. Wheels in this F450GS, it comes with the 19-inch tubeless at the front, and it comes with the 17-inch at the rear. If we get stuck with a punch, it makes it easier and quicker that we get back on the road. Enough specs, enough data, let's go on this F450GS and let's test it out together. Let's go. Here we are on this 450GS. Back in November 2025, I went to the EICMA in Milan for my very first time, and I was quite impressed. For those of you that they don't know what is EICMA, it's a motorcycle fair where basically the exhibitors, they exhibit the new models for the year after. So in this case, BMW, they just introduced the F450GS, and when I went to this stand, I can see that there was a massive craze about this bike. That's because BMW, they just introduced the Easy Ride clutch. That is a system, an amazing system which helps the rider while they're riding. I'll show you in detail more about it. Another thing which is really good in favor of the rider is the weight, the 178 kilograms wet weight full of fuel, okay, as I said earlier, and also that's because it's A2 rider friendly, so whoever holds an A2 license can ride this bike. Another thing which surprised me, which is a bit of a negative, is that BMW didn't implement the cruise control. The cruise control, nowadays it's quite needed for highways, for motorways, for autostrada, and it will be a massive plus, especially when BMW used the same TFT and they have everything ready which they can connect the cruise control easily. I think BMW created a 50-50 bike with this 19-inch. Don't think I am a 21-inch fan myself. Don't think that the 19-inch it's not capable of off-roading. Let me show you in detail what is the Easy Ride clutch. So let's switch it on together. At the moment, it's, as you can see, it's neutral. I have my foot brake, I have my rear brake. Let's switch it on. Let's switch it on, okay? So I have my hand over here, as you can see, okay? I'm gonna put it in first gear. My hand is over here. You don't need to press the clutch lever. That's it. First gear, you just rev it over 2,700, nearly 3,000 RPM. My hand is here. That's it. And you're off. My clutch, quick shift up. So now I put on the side of the road. Let's do a full turn. Let's do a full circle. So I show you what I mean. So my hand is over here. I'm in first gear. No one is coming. I'm in first gear. That's another example of the Easy Ride clutch. Look, I'm third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Another example I want to show you regarding this Easy Ride clutch. You're enjoying your time with your friends. You arrived at a stop sign, but then you panic. With this, you don't have to panic. You just keep going on till the very end. Okay, you won't be as much as efficient, definitely. However, let me show you in this case. I'm going fifth, 40 kilometers an hour. My hand is here, it's coming a roundabout, and I need to stop. That's it. I'm stopped on the fifth gear. You see? I go down second. That's it. Really good. Really good system. It's like the Honda C clutch. I didn't ride the clutch till now, however, but I can imagine that it's something similar. But this system, I'm really liking it. Seating position, this 450GS, typical GS, is quite comfortable. The seat, I'm quite comfortable. I didn't stop riding for around 45 minutes solid. However, one downside is that when you reach the 5,000 RPM, you have some vibrations around the tank area and around the seat area as well. However, it's quite manageable. Oh yes. As per se, experience on off-road riding, I don't have that much. I've done a course in the UK, some trail riding. I fell 6,000 times. Quite a difficult challenge, quite a difficult course. However, I enjoyed it. This bike, it gives you some confidence that you don't have with this easy ride clutch. It makes you want to go in the gravel roads because you have that mind at rest, that the clutch, you don't have to touch the clutch, that the clutch is gonna do it for you. If you have to stop a sudden stop, you are in a difficult terrain and stuff like that, instead of panic, you just stop and then put it at first with no clutch and then you continue with your ride. Let's push it a little bit, let's see how it handles. Here we go. It feels so stable. The quick shift, easy, into the corner we go. Yes. It feels really planted to the road. I think with the 135-degree crankshaft, I think they made a good job. I think they gave it the character. Definitely they gave a character to the bike, and I enjoyed that very much indeed, yes. It shows that at 178 kilograms, it changes direction so quickly, look, effortless. Definitely, it's a good weight ratio in the adventure market, 178 kilograms. Okay, definitely it's not a trail bike, but having said that, I just did a review of the F900GS adventure. If you haven't watched that video, go on my YouTube channel and you can see it there, or I put a link somewhere up there into the video. Definitely that was over good 200 kilograms and definitely you can feel the weight. However, this 178 kilograms is so manageable. The one in the front, it's the Honda NX 500. In theory, it's its rival, alright. And let's see, we're gonna try and do a pull up from the traffic lights. It's quite mandatory at this point. Let's see this rider in front of us, if he does it as well. Yes, pull-up test, success. When you leave it, like for example on the 5th, on the 6th, and you're going in a corner under rift, it's a sign here, engage lower gear. That one has to consider with this 450GS is this. So let me switch it on. So I can show you. So I have my foot on the rear brake, my hand is here, okay, I'm not touching the brake. As soon as I take off my foot, the bike starts going backwards because I'm in a slope. In this case, in my opinion, BMW is better. They implemented the hill hold assist, because even let's say you're gonna pull out from a hill or from traffic light, the bike will move, or otherwise you have to ref it. There you go, look. You have to ref it nearly the 3000 refs per minute mark. That was the review of the 450GS, this beautiful color trophy edition. This bike in Malta price is starting at around 9,000 euros. Let me conclude on this bike. So some things that annoyed me is the lack of cruise control. BMW selling this bike touring / adventure. BMW didn't do the cruise control on this bike. Another thing in terms of electronics is the tire pressure monitoring system. It lacks as well. Another thing which you have to consider if you have a pillion with you is the lack of handlebars. There is nothing to hold on over here. Vibration on the seat over here when you go over the 5,000 RPM, and I felt some vibrations on the tank over here and the tiny bit on the handlebar. So now let's go on the positive side. This is a right clutch. It gives you such a peace of mind when you're riding. I expected it to be psychic, which is not the case. It helps a lot in gravel roads and the traffic. You can put your mind at rest, and I think it's a really good feature from BMW. I felt the bike really planted to the road. The bike feels sturdy and stable in corners. You can feel it. You can feel that you can push it a little bit more. You can go down as well. I think BMW, they managed to create a 50-50 bike, but this, I can see why people, they went crazy after it, with the easy ride clutch, with its weight being 178 kilograms, which is definitely a plus. The tank, it's enough for over 300 kilometers, which is, in my opinion, sufficient fuel range. Even made a review of the 900GS. I felt it more or less the same, planted to the road. Anyway guys, that was it. That was the review of the F450GS. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you did, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. And if you hit like and subscribe, that means the world to me. Ciao!
Massive thanks goes to Muscat Motors Limited for lending me this bike so I can do a full review. Although I have full access to the bikes, this review was my personal and honest opinion. Thanks for watching.